Daily update. It's the 28th of June. It's a Friday. It's been another great day here in sunny South Wales. Really excited. I've set up a meeting for next week where one of my clients has a great plot of land. It's going to be perfect for social housing. So I've got my good friend Darren Archer of Archbuild. He's a chartered quantity surveyor. He's coming to the meeting next week on Tuesday, and we will be talking about how we put the wheels in motion to build 20 social housing apartments. So that's really exciting. Going back to what the daily updates are all about, and that's helping our community. And I want to put a massive thank you out to everybody on this platform for their contribution to the success which we're now getting, which is absolutely amazing. On the 18th, I asked you to voice your opinions, your fears, your anxieties. What is stopping you from getting into property? Because you need to get into property today. There's never been a better day. So many people have been waiting. They've been waiting because of Brexit, because of COVID, because of the interest rates, because of the Ukraine. There'll always be something. Now, had you got into property before COVID, do you know that the property you would have bought in South Wales would now be worth 40% more? So yes, if you had bought a £100,000 house in those times, it would now be worth £140,000. The power of capital appreciation and organic growth. So Tracy has asked us a question, Tracy Fox. She's a very valid member of this platform. She has said, my concern is how we go about getting an investor, first question, setting it all up, second question, when we do, and what if it doesn't go to plan, third question, fourth question is how we keep the investor on board, also doing it on my own. So first of all, Tracy, if you need the funding, if you need the investment, you're going to need an investor. Now, there are institutional finance available to you, everything which we cover on my program, plus also getting an investor, onboarding your finance. So that's whether it's through institutional finance or an investor. That's really, really important. When we talk about onboarding investors, I was talking about that just the other evening on the daily update, saying that, first of all, we need to be talking to everybody in our network. Now, that's people that we work with, people that we socialize with, our friends, our family, people we meet at clubs, people we meet at the gym, the school gates. The list is endless. You wouldn't believe just how many people you have in your network. We need to be talking to these people. We need to be telling these people what we do. We buy property, we add value, and we sell for a profit. We also help people get a much better return on their savings. That's our elevator pitch. Now, what an elevator pitch is, it's something that was designed in America when you used to have big office blocks full of busy workers, different corporations and companies all interacting with each other. It was very difficult. For example, if you wanted to speak to the head of finance of a certain company, or you wanted to speak to the marketing executive of another company, if you wanted to pitch an idea to somebody, the key person in that business, it's often very difficult because they have great walls built in front of them. So to try and call them, to try and walk into their office, to try and arrange a meeting or a conversation is sometimes nigh impossible. The reason why they call it the elevator pitch is because if you're lucky enough to walk out of your office and get into the elevator, and that key person of influence happens to be in the elevator with you, you are stuck in a 6x6 box and you are stuck there for 15, 20, 30 seconds. That person cannot ignore you. They've got to listen to what you say. Hence the reason why we call it an elevator pitch. So for property people like us on this platform, the ideal elevator pitch is we buy property, we add value, we sell for a profit, and we help people get a really good return on their savings. Now, keep saying that time after time after time after time to everybody that you know, everybody that you meet, new people, old people, contacts, people in your network. Keep repeating the same message again and again and again. Then when people say to you, that sounds interesting, tell me more, that's when you arrange a meeting, and that meeting will consist of you presenting your full pitch to them and showing them your showcase on what you can do for them. So how you can maximize upon their savings and onboard them as an investor. Now, Another question which you've asked, Tracy, which is really interesting: what to do if it doesn't go to plan? Well, we all need a plan. When you start a journey, in the old days, you would look at your map and you would plan it out with pen and paper. Today, we set the sat nav, we put the postcode in, we set the sat nav, and that plans our journey. We need to plan our projects with the same meticulous precision. So, all part of my program is about the systemization and the blueprint of how we go about our individual projects. So, that's something that's really, really important. And ultimately, keeping your investor on board if things don't go according to plan is all about relationships and effective communication. Again, things we cover on the program. If anyone watching this is interested in pursuing a career in property, starting your own flexible property business, living the dream life, then I've got great news for you. We do have spots on our mentorship that are available, only if it's right. So if you want to apply for our mentorship program and have a chat with me about what it entails, what the costs are, and whether it's right for you and whether you are right for the mentorship, then please click on the link that I'll put in the comments below, and I'll see you on the other side. In the meantime, if I don't speak to you before, have a wonderful